What's going on, y'all? With this video, this will be a part one. This is going to be the step that I took before I purchased my van. The first step was finding the average prices for the vans so I know what they're going for, and it'll make me be better with negotiating for the vans, with knowing the average, what the lows are selling for, the mid and the high. Also, I researched all of the vans, because you got it's possibly more, but the most common is the Chevy. I don't know what it's called, the 1500. Yeah, I think it's called. I don't know what it's called. Then you got the Ford, and then you got the Nissan. Those are the three main. Those three you see majority of the time. So I researched the problems that each one had, and then I researched the repairs and how much it cost. And I think that's it for that. I think that's it. That was the most important. This is how much it would cost to replace like the engines, the trans, stuff like that. So you can have that money put aside in case something happens, because things do happen. I paid cash for mine, so it take a while to find them. It take a while to find the right van. I want to tell you how long it took me, man. I was looking maybe for maybe a month before I actually got the van. I'm mechanically inclined, so I do go for the used vans. I can go for the older vans. I can go for the higher mileage, because I know what's going on. It's always stuff that you can't see that happens, but that's the small. The only thing we worried about is engine and trans. Anything else we can work with. We can get that. Long as those two are okay, we could do that. And then I know engines, so I can do a lot of that work myself if I got the time, which I typically don't have now. But when I first got the van, before I put it to work, I was changing a lot of stuff myself. But I really don't have time to do that no more. I like doing it, but I don't have the time to do it. So I researched that. Then we found our contracts. I had my contract before I bought my van. I went into a meeting with these people and talked to them before I had my van. I didn't tell them I didn't have my van. I told them I had it. I told them I had a few vans. And if everything worked out and the numbers were right, I would bring them all over. I didn't have nothing, but I had the money put up to purchase it. Also, before I started, I think I saved up. I had $8,000 saved up when I started, and I was still working, so it was still money coming in. It wasn't $8,000. I quit my job. No, I still have my job full time. Second, insurance. You got to shop around for your insurance. I was doing all that before I bought the van. All you need is find a van online. They just need a VIN number. Just run that VIN. The age, and maybe I think the price too can kind of affect the price that they give you for your insurance, but it shouldn't be too crazy. It shouldn't be too off, unless you're looking at like a 98 and then a 2020. Then that probably gonna be a big difference. I just got liability on my van with my insurance, so it's not too crazy. What was after that? I think that's it for the first steps, man. You gotta start looking for your vans so you know who you want to go with. Your Ford, your Chevy, or your Nissan. Find your contracts, because you cannot buy stuff that's just going to be sitting, especially if you got a note, because you got to come out of pocket for that money. I didn't go that route. I'm just not comfortable with it. I like to just own it and Just be in the green. Just be in the green with everything. Second, insurance. You got to have that too because you got to pay that insurance. Commercial insurance could be really expensive, especially if you're going with one of the bigger companies who want you to have $1 million insurance policy and stuff like that. It could be expensive. I think mine was I think I was at it was like I believe it was 9 some a month just for the commercial insurance. The down payment was, it's been a while, y'all. I think it was like $1,800 for the down payment. But we found a trick around that. What you do for the insurance is definitely if you start out with a company who wants you to have $1 million policy, sign up for a $100,000 policy. Me doing that, my down payment dropped to, let's say 7. It could have been a little less than 7 or a little more than 7. It dropped down to 7 for about $1,800. And then I forget how long I took before I switched it up. Let's say between 2 weeks and a month, I bumped it to $1 million. And then I didn't have to pay that that high down payment. That's how we did that. But if you don't need it, don't go with that bigger company. My first van, it never, because I'm with Progressive. My first van was never with Progressive. It was with a company called Navy Insurance. And I think I put down maybe $120 and I had a $100,000 policy, and then the insurance every month was like $100 to $110 or something like that. So just keep all the expenses low until you need to raise them. Don't just jump into $1 million policy and you don't need $1 million policy, because then you're just throwing money out the window. But that's it for this one. I'm gonna be dropping another one on how I found a van and stuff like that. But right now, just focus on what van you want, what insurance company you're going with, know the problems that these vans have so you can correct them, and be preventative. That's one thing I do too. But when I buy a vehicle, they go right to the mechanic shop. They go through it and tell me what it needs. And I figure, and I just, because some stuff not as serious, they let me know like this ain't right away, but it needs to happen. Knock off the stuff that's serious. Always do your tune-ups. I don't care how good it's running. I'm changing the spark plugs and I'm changing the wires. Unless the person I'm buying it from can show me, the receipts that they just had it done maybe a year ago. Other than that, I'm just changing it. It's just a reassurance to me, because I don't want to be broke down side the road. It can happen regardless, but I try to prevent it as much as possible. I don't like it. That's not something I want. And I'm on the expressway a lot. I don't like being broke down side the expressway. So if you do those things and you take care of your vehicles, like, I know it can be painful in the beginning, but it can be worse if you wait later. Because then you're talking about tows. I had my van towed once because my power steering pump blew up. I had to get that fixed and then pay like $200 for a tow. Like, you don't want to just avoid that. That $200, that's a waste of money. So do the regular maintenance, oil changes, tune-ups, tires, brakes. What else we got there? I think that's pretty much it right there. Yeah, that's it. Do those just off the back, just to be safe. Just do it off the back to be safe. It's worth it. But that's it for this one. Just remember, find your van who you want to go with, price that insurance, find your contract. You get that contract, and you go running. Get your van, get it registered, and then you'll be all good. But that's it for this one. I'm going to drop another one with the next steps. I need y'all to like, comment, subscribe, share. I know a nice amount of stuff for the time I've been doing this. if this is something you're looking into, you got any questions, just ask me. I will help you out as much as I can. But yeah, let me see the likes, and I'll drop the next one, let you know what steps to do then on how to do everything and make sure you really gonna be profiting and stuff like that. But any questions, just drop it in there. I can make a video for it, answer your question for you, but I need to know it. That's it, y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see y'all on the next one.